Hey, comic fans, welcome back to Comic Frontline and fans. You're with me, Mike Spider Slayer. Welcome back, everybody. And today we're going to be talking about Scott Snyder and Sean Murphy's The Wake, the long awaited return of this series. And basically, what happens is it jumps 200 years into the future. And this time we have Leeward in here, I guess, as a descendant. And it's interesting to see how this book actually how it works because the Earth people have learned to survive in all this water and with these mer creatures, and that's what they call them in here. In the beginning of the issue, you get to see a real interesting thing. How you see Leeward have her dolphin dash, have this signal that broadcasts across the ocean to flee the actual merman creatures away, which I thought was pretty interesting. And then right off that initial start of the issue, you get to see the whole world of what it is today, and you can see that it's of course overfilled with water. There's lots of salt water. There's very limited supply of fresh water. They even have like a main reservoir for it. We get to see Leeward come across this specific device that broadcasts because they're trying to figure out if maybe there's some way to solve everything that is going on with the mer creatures. And you find out where she lives in here too. She lives in this cool like airplane that's stuck in this tree, which I thought was pretty interesting. And then you also get to see what the world and what it looks like today. You get to see what the world what it was yesterday, and then you get to see the way the world was today. And if you look at it, yeah, I would no longer be around because Florida is completely gone, and same with California. It's like halfway destroyed. So all the polar caps have melted because of these creatures, and the world is basically flooded. You get to see Leeward here. She's actually listening to see if there's any kind of resolution. And then you get to see, I guess, the capital, the government in this whole thing. They're trying to get this specific piece back because I guess it's very important or whatnot. Plus, they do experiments on the mer creatures to see, how they can stop them. And we find out that the mer creatures are actually adapting to the humans' weapons as well. So it's getting harder and harder to stop them. And slowly, more and more, Earth is getting, flooded, and eventually land is going to be completely gone. So we find out that this specific piece is where Leeward is, and the government goes after her. And as we're doing a battle here, we come across to the end of the page and we find out that this is a spoiler here, is that she gets a broadcast finally as after listening to nothing, and she goes, "My name is Dr. Lee Archer." She goes, "I'm alive down here and I can tell you how to save the world." What is that? Who is that? Is that like Lee Archer all the way back from the past? Like, what is going on here? So that was a huge cliffhanger in my eyes. So I thought it was quite interesting. So what did I think of this book overall? I thought the book was interesting. It's not as horrific anymore as it was in the first 5 issues. Here it takes a different approach now. Now it's like about how the world is today, what the government's like today. And I found the issue a little bit confusing because there was all this terminology that they were using that I quite didn't understand, plus all this government stuff where I didn't quite understand either where their hierarchy is and what's going on exactly. But however, I did like Leeward here. I thought she was interesting. I love how she adapted. I love how the creatures, they use it as a drug to sell the heads to get people high. She's like a drug lord in a way to get money, which I thought was cool. But, I thought that the government part kind of threw me off a little bit, but I think they're kind of get away from that in the next issue, and we're going to go back to seeing how Leeward survived for the original one and see where this story actually goes, because now I'm really intrigued on what's happening. Again, I thought it was solid. Was it the best read? No, and I wish it didn't take so long for this issue to come out, but it was interesting, and it's definitely I definitely have to finish this series after spending so much time on it. And I'm going to give this one a 3.5 out of 5 stars. If it wasn't really for that government part, I think I would be okay. I just found myself a little lost with all that politics stuff, just throwing all that at you like that. But besides that, I thought it was a good issue. It was good to see what the world is like today and how she is and what her character is like. So, guys, tell me what you thought of The Wake issue number 6. Are you still reading the series? Did you give up on it? Are you going to wait for it in trade? And guys, don't forget to check out comicrelated.com as well. Here on Frontline and Comic Related, we are here for all kinds of up-to-date news, reviews, podcasts, and a whole lot more. So guys, as always, thank you for watching Comic Related, and Comic Frontline, and until the next comic book review, this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off, and I'll see you guys in the next review. Take care, everyone. Bye.